Hello, my name is Eric Putkonen. Thank you for joining me. And today I'm talking about be ever willing to lose. This is an attitude of, I guess, life that naturally arises after enlightenment. Is you're never grasping or holding on. And I think practicing this or imitating this may reveal things, your own conditioning, your own beliefs, your own concepts, but also any success in trying to adopt this attitude of being ever willing to lose will help set a more conducive environment for the happening of awakening or enlightenment to happen. And so, delving a little bit more into what I mean by being ever willing to lose, one of the things is being ever willing to lose what you have now. If you have, some possession, be it a car or a role, be it a job title or any other role that you can think of, things that we identify with, things that we're attached to, the things we have, our roles or possessions. See if you can adopt the attitude and fully embrace, surrender to, so to speak, being ever willing to lose it. It's like, I'm willing to lose it today. If it is lost, if it goes away, the possession breaks or is stolen, or I lose that role, I lose that station, whatever it may be, I am willing to lose it right now. And just always have that. I'm willing to lose it right now. I mean, it's nice that it's around. I mean, if you have a possession, you can use it. You can remain in your title and enjoy it. But when it's over, it's over. In terms of, I'm willing to lose it. Whenever it goes, I'm willing to let it go. I'm ever willing to lose this. And that is letting go of the attachments to what you have. But also be willing to lose in terms of future. What I mean by this is, if you're playing a game and you lose, as you're playing, be willing to lose. So that way, if you do lose, if the loss does happen, it's no big deal. You're ever willing to lose during the entirety of playing this game. And in this way, you're not expecting, you're not holding on to some future thing to happen. You're ever willing to lose in terms of, I'm ever willing for that to not happen. No matter how much I try, however much effort I put in, I'm willing to it be all for naught. Say you're in a role, you're in a job, and you double down on your work, so to speak, and you're putting in a lot more effort, and you're doing everything you can for a promotion or a pay increase or whatever. If the pay increase or promotion does not happen, you lost. You put in all this and you lost that game. It didn't turn out the way you were hoping. The idea is, during the entire time you're putting in all this effort, you're doing all this stuff to get this. The entire time you're working towards this, have the attitude, I'm ever willing to lose. I'm putting in this effort, but it does not have to come to fruition the way I want it to. I'm willing to put in all this effort, do whatever you do for this promotion or this pay increase. And if I don't get it, I don't get it. It's a different way of interacting with the world. Because so often we're fighting this tendency of things going away. We're fighting the loss of things. Or we get really hung up on trying to gain something in the future. And so we're not willing to lose that. We're so fixated on winning it. It's winning at all costs. And we're not happy unless we win. And that's the attitude of not being willing to lose. And I'm saying we need to practice, experiment, play with it. And if you notice some thoughts, concepts, beliefs arising of why this shouldn't be, why it isn't possible, why it just isn't natural, whatever current you feel going against it internally, you need to investigate that. You need to observe it, delve into it, question it. Why can't I just be ever willing to lose? It has no impact in terms of what you have. You can have everything. Just be willing to lose it. Ever willing to lose it. So that way when it's gone, it's like, oh, well, I was ready to lose it before that, so it doesn't really matter. Or if you're putting in work to build a business or do whatever, if you can still try to do things like play a game. Let's make it far more simple. Like I said, if you're playing a card game, you can still try to win because that's part of the fun. But you can still have an attitude of ever being willing to lose. This is not to say this will make you more likely to lose. Not at all. You can still try to win and do everything you can to win. But in the back of your mind, so to speak, deeper down in your being, there's this constant attitude of, I'm ever willing to lose. I'm doing all this, but I'm willing to lose. And in that way, if you're building a business or whatever, and you're doing else, and the business tanks, it doesn't take off or whatever, you lost. Start up another game. You lost that round. Start up another game. It's, you're ever willing to lose. You're willing to roll with the punches. This attitude makes you far more resilient in terms of being willing to roll with the punches. Whatever happens, you were willing to lose. That and maybe far more. And so if anything, it's having this, very open willingness, ever willing to lose everything at any time. The fact that there's still so much around is great. It can be appreciated. It's like, wow, I appreciate that I have this. I appreciate that I have this role. I appreciate that I'm making progress in this game. But if it doesn't go my way, if it's lost, so be it. And so you got to kind of maybe play with this. I think it's a good experiment, a good practice. Like I said, for the twofold reasons. One, because I know some of you that are watching, the whole idea of being ever willing to lose, there's something inside that just goes, no, that isn't right. It isn't the way it should be. That's impossible. There's a resistance to the idea. And so this gives you something to look at. Delve deeper into the resistance. Try to fully understand it. What is the belief? What is the concept? What is the conditioning? What is it that is the root of this resistance? Where did it originally come from? And in this way, in seeing the inner workings of, your own body mind, you may find that you transcend that. And of course, the other plus is in trying to imitate or do as best you're able to ever be willing to lose. This greatly diminishes the me, because it is the me, the ego, that wants to hold on, that doesn't want to lose. Well, what if I lose? That's the biggest fear. What if I lose what I've gained? What if I lose what I have? And so in practicing or trying to adopt the attitude fully, unconditionally, surrendering to it, that I'm ever willing to lose everything at this moment. I'm willing to lose it now. Everything. This open attitude, this way of interacting. Anyways, if you got any questions, comments, please post below. And until next time, thank you much.